All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. Yahweh is the name of the Heavenly Father, who the world calls God. And Yahushai is the name of his only begotten Son, who the world ignorantly called Jesus Christ. I'd like to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well for preaching 100% truth in season and out of season. Okay, according to the Most High's will and correct and teaching the correct doctrine. Okay, I'd like to say peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. Okay, the 144,000 down to one third of all Israelites who will receive salvation out of America when his destruction comes, right, which is nigh. All right, and to you confusion of the face. All right, who are scattered across the globe. All right, salutations. All right, and peace goes out to you, sincere Akim. All right. So in this video, I'm gonna be touching in on the lesson that biological warfare is gonna come to America. Right, it's gonna be one of the tactics of World War III. Okay, because in the wars of the past, all right, it should be used to fight with shields, all right, swords, all right, hand to hand combat. But as time progressed, all right, the Most High is making the new rulers, all right, of these kingdoms, all right, have more advanced ways of combat, all right, ways of offense and defense, all right. The Most High put the idea, all right, for these Edomites who have nukes, all right, the Space Force, all right, biological warfare, okay, and more higher tech weapons, all right, helicopters, fighter jets, okay. This is more advanced than the ways of old, okay, from a shield and sword combat with spears, okay. In biological weapons, a bioterrorist attack is possible, and the Most High is gonna bring plagues to America, okay. Just like he had the Black Death epidemic in the Dark Ages, all right, which was so-called blacks ruling, okay, and as he had smallpox, all right, he made the so-called Europeans bring smallpox to the Native Americans, the Northern Kingdom, all right. So the Most High will bring plagues to America, all right, as for his destruction, okay. So I'm gonna be playing this video, all right, about a bioterrorist attack. All right. And is it possible? And it is. All right.
It's what Hollywood thriller films are made of. A massive attack killing millions using a virus, bacteria, or toxins to contaminate our air, water, or food chain. In other words, bioterrorism.
If this thing gets loose, there is no safe place.
And now the worst case scenario is about to come true.
The use of a biological arm by terrorists has for a long time been relegated to the realms of science fiction, but some say this is rapidly changing. Earlier this year, Bill Gates issued a stark warning.
Whether it occurs by the quirk of nature or at the hand of a terrorist, epidemiologists showed through their models that a respiratory spread pathogen would kill more than 30 million people in less than a year.
Fortunately, the history of bioterrorism is, for the moment, largely a series of attempts. In 1984 in Oregon, in the United States, followers of an Indian guru deliberately contaminated 10 salad bars with salmonella, 750 people poisoned. Next, in Japan in the early 90s, another cult known as Om dispersed a dangerous botulism-causing toxin. It failed. The group then went on to release the sarin nerve gas in the Tokyo subway, killing 12 and injuring 50. And in the US in 2001, just after September 11, letters containing powdered anthrax were sent to several news organizations and US senators. 5 deaths and 17 injured. This prompted authorities to prepare for the worst. Imagine these catastrophic scenes. A bioterrorist attack during the American Super Bowl, the US sporting event of the year. Viruses, bacteria, or toxins, these are some of the pathogens that governments fear most. Smallpox, a highly contagious virus with no cure. eradicated thanks to a vaccine. The last known strains are stored in two highly secure laboratories in the US and in Russia. Anthrax, known as the poor man's weapon because the bacteria that causes it is relatively cheap and easy to produce. People are infected when spores enter their body. It's not, however, contagious. Botulinum toxin sound a little like Botox? That's because it's the same toxin used in small quantities to smooth wrinkles, but its pure form is considered the most toxic substance in the world. And finally, the Ebola virus. 11,000 deaths in 10 African countries over 2 years. Highly contagious and no treatment. It's not easy to turn these into weapons. You need a sample and access to a sophisticated laboratory. And for the moment, only governments have the expertise to launch a mass attack. But enter a potential game changer, DIY biotechnology. Techniques once limited to fancy labs have become more accessible, which is mostly a good thing, except when they're in the wrong hands. Today, you can buy a chemistry kit online that allows genetic editing for as little as $150. A technique known as CRISPR works like genetic scissors to cut away DNA and replace it with new genes. Anyone can try it at home. Now, before you wonder if this all sounds a little exaggerated, let me put it into context. In a 2016 report by former US Director of National Intelligence James Clapper, the gene editing technology was cited alongside, wait for it, North Korean nukes and Russian cruise missiles in a list of weapons of mass destruction. Already there's evidence certain groups are interested in this form of terrorism. According to the CIA in the late 90s.
See, North Korea, all right, and Russia, okay, and Japan, all right, China, they all have bioterrorist weapons, okay, chemical weapons, all right, that they're gonna try and use. They're gonna use in World War III, all right. The Most High's gonna put the spear in them, all right, to make this place, all right, to send plagues to America, all right, because America's Babylon the Great to punish it for its wickedness, all right. Amos 9:8, all right. The eyes of the Lord is on the sinful kingdom, all right, and that's America. America's, all right, the most wickedest kingdom, all right, to ever be established, all right.
1990s, Al Qaeda's training camps ran courses on how to conduct attacks using biological toxins. And in 2014, a computer belonging to an ISIS militant contained a 19-page document with instructions on how to turn the bubonic plague into a weapon of war.
See, the bubonic plague, all right, Black Death, the plague that that was very that was in the Dark Ages, all right, the Byzantine Empire, Slovakia, okay. So Ebola, the Black Death, all right, is and many new plagues are coming, all right, because this is Deuteronomy 20:61. Also, every sickness and every plague which is not written in the book of this law. Okay, so new plagues the Most High didn't have recorded in the Bible. All right, them will the Lord bring upon thee until thou be destroyed, and this is a curse for the Israelites. All right, so-called Blacks, Latins, and Native Americans. All right, so new plagues are coming to you. All right, not just Ebola and the Black Death, smallpox. All right. This is second Ezra 15:5. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. Okay? So plagues. All right. It's not, it could be just, it's gonna be nukes that destroy this place, all right? But plagues are coming, all right? And when a lot of people have plagues, all right, they want a cure, okay? And these elites, all right, are gonna use order of chaos to have these plagues come to these Americans, all right, these Israelites, so they can accept the RFID microchip, all right, so they can implement that as a cure, okay? As well as in the border, okay? Implementing the RFID microchip, right? Because they want to implement their new world order agenda, all right? This is Matthew 24:7. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places, all right? If you go into the word pestilence, all right, It will say a pestilent fellow, pest, a plague. All right. So plagues. All right, it's coming. Biological warfare, a use of toxins or biological origin of microorganisms as weapons of war. Okay. So all this is coming. All right. So I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. I hope this video is edifying. All right. Uh, um, keep enduring, all right, to the end. Keep trying to be sincere unto the Most High and please the Most High. All right. Seek your salvation with fear and trembling. Shalom.